Okay, let's find another one. Nobin 2. The underhand tactics of the Christian right as a topic, such as them infiltrating the Texas Board of Education in order to distribute school books that promote creationism, omits civil rights leaders, and the separation of church and state, tries to rewrite history, and are generally full of misinformation. On this one, I would really like to hear Nataku's point of view, because I believe he works for the Texas School Board. I believe. And I would really like to hear his thoughts on the Texas Board of Education or whatever, on the school book issue. I would really like to hear his thoughts. So, Nataku, I am tagging you. If he doesn't happen to see this and somebody else sees it, mention this to him, that he has been tagged. If you guys would. Now, as far as the Christian right, the underhand tactics, they have to use underhanded tactics, because if they came out with their actual agenda, people would see what they are doing, and they wouldn't have a chance in hell. So they must use underhanded tactics. You know, if it was so morally right, and it was the right decision, why do you have to use the underhanded tactics? I'm a big gun enthusiast, and I was listening to Gun Rights Radio, one of their shows, and they were talking about one of the new tactics that these guys are using, and I won't go into that right at this moment, but I mean, it was funny what they were trying to use as justification. You know, the stuff that they've always used that's supposed to be logic isn't working anymore. So, you know, they have to come up with something new, and they're really reaching for straws now. But anyway, the question was about them getting into the school board and changing the books and stuff. My thought, why can't everything be taught? You want creationism to be taught in the school? Why can't it be taught right next to evolution? I mean, are you that scared of it? And I know that they're going to say, you know, that they're not scared. They don't want their kids being corrupted and by misinformation. But if you're so right, I mean, can it stand up? You know what I'm trying to say? If it's so wrong, then kids should clearly see that it's wrong and be able to make up their own mind. That would be my thought. Apparently they're scared that somebody won't believe their view or whatever. Alright, I'm screwing up somehow. I don't know. I'm not real big on the Christian right having any authority in government and what. You know, there's supposed to be a separation of church and state. Clearly there isn't. But, I mean, they're supposed to be. But, like I said earlier in one of my other answers, you know, if half of the government officials are Christians, and hardcore Christians, then their point of view is going to be influenced in their decision making. You know, they can say all day long that they don't allow it to be, but we're human. If your point of view is this way, regardless if you're in a government job or whatever, that point of view is going to come out. It's going to influence your decision. So, you know, it's impossible for you to separate the two. I don't like the fact that your Christian views influence my way of life, my laws. You know, there's supposed to be a separation of church and state. There's a reason for that. That way our laws of the land aren't influenced by the Bible. Founding fathers were quite clear on that. But just like everything else, we can twist it to say what we want it to say, to come out the way we want it to come out. I don't appreciate it. I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do. Yeah, people say you can vote those people out, but if you vote all these senators and congressmen and shit out because they are Christian, the next group is not going to mention that they're Christian because you wouldn't vote them in. I mean, it makes kind of sense, right? I don't like it that you're using your views, your religious views, to make up my laws. It's not what we're paying you for. And yes, they have to use underhanded tactics. Because if you used straight common sense, people would see through the bullshit and you wouldn't get what you want. Here's a prime example. I mentioned this in a video a long time ago. I started seeing all these videos.